This is not firewood. And action. But I'm very scared to see all the dead. This is where I put the dirty stuff. I just don't know which way it's gonna go. This day has me petrified. Well, not petrified like wood, but petrified of death because of this tree right here. And today is the day I'm gonna take it down. This tree has bothered me for the past 5 years since we bought the property. Clearly, I think it's dead and it's time to come down. I'm afraid one day it'll fall on the kids or it just needs to come down. And so today I'm gonna go get the pig, which is my big chainsaw, a steel 291 Farm Boss with a 20-inch bar, and get through this. But I'm very scared because with all that dead wood in there, I just don't know which way it's gonna go. I'm trying to take my time and go very slow and plan this out methodically, because this is usually where I get into big trouble. So I'm gonna talk for a moment, but if you just wanna jump to where the tree falls, take a look at this time right down here, and you can jump ahead to see if I live or not. I'm doing this as my first job of the day. And the reason that I'm doing it in that order is because I always find as I get tired and fatigued through the day, hi inchworm, I don't make great decisions. So this is one that I want to think out hard just because of all the unpredictableness that could happen with it. So the first thing is that I walked around the tree to find which way it's leaning. While I would like it to go the other direction, I am not going to fight that at all today. It can go wherever it wants. That's one benefit of this situation, is it's in an open field. I just mowed this whole place and picked up all the sticks, and now I'm going to make a mess, right? Of course. But I want that tree to go in its own way, which is actually the opposite way from where we are currently walking. It's kind of going to go towards the old house, just off of the other pine tree over there, or whatever that is. Is it a willow? I don't know my trees. I've walked around it, checked the height of it, and I don't think it can possibly hit the house. It just needs to get on the ground as safe as I can. Now, with a tree like this, I have never cut a tree this dead. I am imagining that it's quite spongy, because we can walk up to it here, and you can just see all the dead here. Animals have been boring into it. There's just not much, and it's foamy and soft and ripped up, and generally just gives me the creeps to be near it. So I am gonna do a small face cut on the front just to kind of try to direct it. I might try to do a bore cut. There's no saving this wood. This is not firewood. The other thing is, on one particular side of the tree, there are still a lot of branches, so I'm hoping that has some weight to help bring it this way. I am not the fastest runner, and you may see me run today because, like I said, this really scares me. Let's get the pig out. On the tailgate here, let's gas and oil her up. Fresh gas with oil, and then bar chain oil. She actually has quite a bit in there, so I think we're set. I've never heard of putting fresh bar chain oil in. I don't know if that's a thing. So I have a total love-hate relationship with this saw, just because at times it can be the biggest pain in the butt for me to start up. Let's see if it will fire up today here. Oh, and I'm gonna get on some chaps. Yeehaw! Let's get this protection on. Whew, I feel like a cowboy now. So let's see who wins today. Got the choke all the way on. Oh, it's hard. Oh, I think it's already won. Uh-oh, feels locked up. Crap. Well, this is turning into an adventure. Yeah, this is totally a battle between me and the pig. But it's sounding better-ish right there. Oh, this is exactly what I hate about this saw. It's already won. I'm exhausted and I haven't even gotten it started. This is where I wish I knew a little bit more about small engines. All right, I'm gonna get a drink of water and try again. Stay hydrated. When are they gonna have big chainsaws with electric starts? I swear, sometimes it's one pull and that thing goes, and that's like 1 out of 8 times, and all the others, it's just exhaustion fighting it. But I'd like it running today. This is too big for my electric saw.
20 minutes later.
Yeah, it only took about 25 minutes. It finally kicked in. Haha, pig, I win. All right, let's cut trees. There's the tree, and I am going to sacrifice a camera where I think it will fall. Sacrificial camera has been placed now, and we'll see how it drops. I am gonna be going slow. Well, if you can't tell, I'm very observant of what's above my head. I'm just trying to watch and make sure nothing comes down on me. This is all in real time here, each and every cut. Because this was a really scary job for me. The tree is really, really large. And it's kind of bigger than my saw. With a 20-inch blade, it's probably 36 inches in diameter and probably 48 or more at the base. So right now I'm just trying to cut that front edge wedge. And so far, I really can't say it's not going so bad. Other than I'm still worried about how spongy the tree is and just how rotted it is. I just don't know if it will collapse on me. And that's the scary part. So I'm just trying to clean up my front wedge area and hope the tree doesn't fall on me while I'm doing it. Let's get all that out of there. And now, the crazy thing is, I don't know what I was thinking, but this is the very first bore cut tree I've ever done. So I plunged in the saw, and I'm still petrified that the tree is gonna fall down on me. But I gotta say, it's pretty satisfying because you feel like you know where you're putting your hinge with a bore cut. Right now, I'm just kind of drawing a line around the tree trunk, trying to see if I can line up one edge to the other. But as you'll see in a little bit, I think I missed that pretty good, at least by a couple inches. Well, thankfully, the tree hasn't fallen on me yet. I was really impressed how much sawdust the saw was throwing out. Cutting through the tree, it was really throwing some nice chips. But I'm still totally petrified of this tree. But I'm gonna get it. It's not gonna get me. Should have remembered my wedges at the beginning. Well, that's my first bore cut. And I was surprised, there was actually a lot of solid wood in there. Can't wait to see the stump where it's been cut to see if it's just all rot or what, but here we go, I'm gonna cut that trigger. Oh baby, it came down. That sounded like thunder hitting the ground as it all ripped and split everywhere. A lot of rot in there. Wow, my adrenaline's running for sure, and I'm alive. Safely down on the ground. Let's go look at that tree stump for a second. Well, you know, for a first time, I'll give myself a B-. How about that? Would you go lower? Leave it in the comments. But let's look at this. So right here was my face cut, and I went back about 1/3 of the tree, which is about right. And then came in with my angle. This is actually the hinge. From here to here, that's about 3 to 4 inches. So actually the hinge was pretty good. Then back here, wow, was I off between this is cut too low down to here. It's about 1.5 inches up, but this is a good 5, so I missed that one. And you can see the difference here between the two cuts from the two sides. And to be honest, I think I got a little lucky back here because this whole chunk here was rotted wood, but there was just a little bit on the outside, and that was that trigger holding it all. Oh, I wish this was filmed in smell-o-vision because the cedar just smells awesome. Well, I'm just gonna do a little bit of cleanup. I think from here it's all safe on the ground. We make it into 6-foot chunks to go to a burn pile somewhere. I don't think any of this is worth saving for firewood. Yeah, I'd be picking through the rot too much. It's on the ground, and that's what matters. Thanks for your help today. But wait, that's not all. I've got some cleanup to do and another fight with the pig. So I've got some cleanup to do, and I've got to get this into chunks. I figure 6 feet might be too big for the grapple, so I was trying to do about 4-foot chunks. Didn't know how heavy the rotted log would be. In the end, I probably could have done 8-foot pieces pretty easy. But at the time, I was making it into 4-foot pieces. I tried to take my time and make sure that I wasn't cutting pieces that would drop things on me. Because, again, these are big pieces of wood here. But, again, everything, for the most part, made it pretty safely back onto the ground. And that was the goal for the day. So, success. Yes. I can't be angry with this. All right, so now we got one last thing to do. I've parted up all the logs, and before I go get the tractor to move these away, I want to cut the stump low. Now, I've never cut a stump before. I've never put my blade in the dirt. that was like a faux pas. I just would never do it. But at this point, I'm like, I just want the stump gone. So I just got the nose of the saw in there and started cutting up. Not that I really needed to do that, but I felt good knowing that I was getting as much wood out of the stump as I could. Whew, that was a lot. We'll see how well I cut around the tree when I give a push on it with the tractor, if it all just snaps apart or not. I don't know if I connect it all the way through, because that's gotta be a 36-inch diameter up at the top. So my 20-inch bar I don't think will reach to the middle, but it's so rotted I might be able to just use some horsepower on the tractor and push it over. So it's time to get some air conditioning and cool down and pick up my junk. What would you have done differently? I'd love to know in the comments. Boy, that cedar smells good, but the dust from the rotted parts just goes everywhere. But the sawdust was coming out with nice chips, so I had a good chain sharpening on. Anyway, here we go. Before I go get the grapple, I'm gonna try using the tree puller to rip this stump apart in first gear a little, just to see how soft it is now that it can't hurt me on the ground. There we go, there's a part. That's what I like seeing. Look at all that dust. That's just from the rot. Now we'll see how well I did on this piece. Not too bad. And I don't think I even did this end because it was under the big trunk. But we'll give it a little push. You can see if anything moves. All right. Thought I went a little lower. So let's see if I can push a bit. Unfortunately, this is where I just can't see the stump very well. Whoops, swing and a miss. I think I missed. Okay, on the ground there, so let's just see what it
Normally
does.
stumps are so hard to get rid of. So this is so satisfying that it's just crumbling in every way.
I think I'm just gonna have to clean up to see what I got.
Ooh, now that worked well.
While I'm here, I see something that's been bugging me forever, which is a single root to this tree. And I just wanna see if it's bustable. Oh, there we are. That's what I want. We'll take that, drop it over here where it'd be easier for a grapple. I wish there wasn't a burn ban going on. I'd just dump a gallon of gas, diesel right there and light it up. Pickup sticks. I'm gonna grab the biggest chunk I see. I don't like to run a lot of stuff over with my tires. Oh, this is 2 pieces. Let's see if we can get 2. Whoa. We're rolling it, I guess. And grabbing it. It's all because that one stem up there. Okay, give it some more. That's all the hydraulics has. Let's see if we get 2. Nope, 1. Well, it has no problem grabbing that 1. So I probably made too small of a chunk, but hey, I don't care. This is gonna be a long day getting rid of these pieces, but they'll all be gone. All right, we're on our way. In my opinion, This is where a tractor excels with a grapple. The smart thing would be to put all of this 4-foot sections of tree into like a dump trailer or something, and because I've got to go about a half mile to the burn pile that I want to put them in.
So this is the first load down to the burn pile, and I'm gonna have to make room for them all. If you can't tell, I have a little OCD making sure everything is on the pile. I can't stand when it falls off. And back up to get more.
Well, I'm not going to bore you with all this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more loads of this. This is going to be a lot of back and forth. Awesome having this tree down. I'll make a heck of a bonfire. That cedar smell is still everywhere. It's awesome. All I'll say is that took a long time to clean up. One heck of a burn pile here. And I don't think I'm done yet. So I started cheating and going to my closer pile. I did that because it's 10% of the distance of the far burn pile. Usually this is where I put the dirty stuff with nails and wire and metal and things like that. Let's just say it's been a long day. All I have left is this little pile of scrub. I think that the grapple has chewed everything up into little bits. I'm gonna save the rest of the cleanup for another day. This lawn right here, it's amazing without that dead tree right there. And I don't care what anyone says, grapples and tractors are frickin' awesome. Thanks for those that have subscribed, and we'll catch you on the next one. Oh, and the algorithm says you want to watch this one next. Thanks for watching.